Yeah, you do these in order. The orange has to be down first. The green one, just quick visualize. So the fireworks show up on this side. All the colors down on this side don't. Make perfectly 90 degrees to the hole. I glued both the red and the tab. That helps soak the glue in both areas to make a double strong bond. For everything else, we've only been gluing one side, so one part. This one's good to glue both. Really important you don't twist these to the side, that they are coming through. Camera's not cow go in the middle. Now it should stand up by itself. So you got 3 pieces. you press it down on the paper, you don't want to make dent marks in it either. So kind of a big surface and press lightly.